Hi, today's video will be on the different ways of representing a multiplication fact. I need you to divide your paper in half at the middle hole. Make sure you have your title up at the top. Okay, so we're working on our first section right now, the top section of our paper. The first thing you need to remember about multiplication is that all it is just equal groups that are being repeated, and that you're just adding those groups together repeatedly. So this is my title for my first top section. I'm going to show you how to represent a multiplication fact with equal groups and repeated addition. Okay, so I'm going to use the fact 3 times 5 equals something. So here what 3 times 5 really means is that I have 3 groups of 5. So I'm going to show you here the 3 groups of 5. I'm going to draw my 3 groups, and in each of those groups I'm going to put 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 groups, 1, 2, 3, and each of those groups has 5. 5, 5, and 5. Now here if I want to find my product, my total of 3 times 5, I can use repeated addition. In the first group I have 5, plus in the second group I have another 5, plus in the third group I have another 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. That tells me that 3 groups of 5 equals 15. 3 times 5 equals 15. So your notes should look something like this to show that multiplication is equal groups and that you can also use repeated addition to find your product. So now we're working on the bottom section of our paper. Now along with representing our multiplication fact as equal groups and repeated addition, we can also skip count and use a number line to show our multiplication fact. So here our title is going to be skip counting and number line. I'm still going to work with the same fact. 3 times 5 equals something. Like we just saw, this means 3 groups of 5. But if we're skip counting, this would represent 3 skips of 5. So now I'm going to use skip counting to represent 3 skips of 5. I know how to skip count by 5. 5, there's 1 skip. 10, there's 2 skips. 15, there's 3 skips. So here it tells me that 3 skips of 5 gives me 15. That's the same product that I got using my groups, my 3 groups of 5, and my repeated addition. I still got the same product with all of them, 15. So now this same one, I can use a number line to show those skips that I made. So I'm going to draw my number line starting with 0, and I'm going to go as far as I can. Okay, so here I have my number line. I'm going to represent the same thing, 3 skips of 5. So I'm going to start with 0 and make my first skip of 5. That got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now from there I need another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings me to 10. There's my second skip of 5. Another one because I need 3 skips of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes me to 15. That's my third skip of 5, and I ended at the number 15. Again, it still gave me the same product, whether I'm doing it with equal groups, with repeated addition, with skip counting, or on a number line, my product should be the same because my groups did not change. I still had 3 groups of 5. So your notes should look like this. So far we've seen 4 different ways to represent the multiplication. We can represent it by using equal groups, by using repeated addition, by skip counting, or by using a number line. No matter which way we represent the multiplication fact, our product should always stay the same. So what I want you to do now is that on the left side of your paper, I want you to divide it in half and label the top part equal groups and repeated addition, and label the bottom part skip counting and number line. I'm going to give you a multiplication fact that you're going to represent in those 4 ways, just like I did right now. Okay, so the fact you're going to use is 6 times 2 equals something. Make sure you put your groups, your repeated addition, your skip counting, and your number line. Pause the video, give yourself time to fill it all out, and then we're going to check together. Okay, you should have paused the video and filled out your sheet. Now let's verify it, check your work. If you have anything you need to change, now's the time to make changes. Okay, first of all, we should have seen that 6 times 2 means 6 groups of 2. So I should have drawn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups with 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 in each group. Now from here I can get my repeated addition. This first group has 2 plus another 2 plus another 2 plus another 2 plus another 2 plus the last 2, and that equals, I have 6 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 gives me a product of 12. And if I count my groups of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can see that it matches. So now going on to our skip counting. We should have seen that this fact represents 6 skips of 2. So I start with 2, that's 1 skip. 4, that's 2 skips. 6, that's 3 skips. 8, that's 4 skips. 10, that's 5 skips. And 12, that's 6 skips. 6 skips of 2 gives me the product of 12, just like my equal groups and my repeated addition also gave me the product of 12. Next, I should have drawn my number line. Again, I'm going to do 6 skips of 2. So here's 1 skip of 2, 2 skips of 2, 3 skips of 2, 4 skips of 2, 5 skips of 2, and 6 skips of 2. Again, I arrived at the same product, 12. And if you notice where my skips were, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 are the same numbers I have written above when I was doing my skip counting, because it's the same thing. I'm just representing it on a number line. So again, like you can see, all of my products remain the same. They were all 12 no matter how I represented it. Make sure you have all your work shown correctly and be prepared to discuss.